You're not going to cut it. Welcome, guys. Our friend, Ponys Miches, known as Pony, also named Jose. By your birth parents. I'm kidding. I'm so sorry.
But nobody knows my real name.
I know.
Thanks for putting it out there, Christina.
Okay, I know.
I'm just playing, guys.
I'll try it again. Sorry. Welcome to Connect with Christina. And we have a special guest. And it's Ponys Miches. And we're going to call you Pony because that's what you're known for. But I also know his real name, which is Jose. We're not going to tell people.
Oh, man.
Oops. Tell us about your restaurant, please.
All right. First of all,
as I drink my amazing drink.
What's up, guys? Thank you, Christina, for having me out here. So my name is Pony. I started 4 years ago selling ceviche and micheladas in the back of my pickup truck.
I love that.
So I had a full-time job. Pandemic hit, and I said, you know what? I still had my job, a secure job and everything, but I had a little bit of downtime now. So I was like, let's see what this michelada can do, because it's a recipe that goes way back in my party days.
Let me tell you, it's good.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah,
Just don't mind me.
It's the michelada mix right here, guys. So this right here is what started it all. Again, it's a recipe from way back, and the clamato. We used to pour clamato on beer, but I was never a fan of the clamato. So I told my friends, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna create a mix that's different. Something more fresh, more natural, that's not gonna mess up your stomach. And it took me 2 years to perfect this mix. 2 years.
It's good. I wish you could taste this right now, but that's why we're sharing with you.
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Mine's almost gone, but
cheers again.
Cheers.
Okay, and to Tristan and Justin in the back.
And I hardly get to drink my mix because I'm always busy. But right now, that first sip, I was like, man, now I know why this thing sells a lot.
Is that the chamoy around? Is that what that's called?
So my wife makes the chamoy, and I'll tell you guys a little bit on the chamoy story.
It's delicious. It's like candy.
Yeah, my wife makes it. We have watermelon and mango. Right now we're using mango chamoy. I feel like mango it pairs well with the michelada because we actually have a michelada mango michelada, which hopefully next time you get to, I should have brought it. It's really good, and then we put mango bobas on top.
Oh, say less.
So
okay.
it's fun, you're getting tipsy, and popping the bobas in your mouth. But yeah, the chamoy. Again, I started delivering. I started doing Ponys Miches behind my truck. It's when the pandemic hit, everybody would hit me up through Instagram. We'll take orders through Instagram, and I would. We would fill up pretty fast. I would, we'll
surprised yourself.
Yeah, it was crazy because I didn't think we were gonna blow up like how we did in the pandemic, and I feel like the reason is that everything was shut down. Mm-hmm. People didn't have nothing to do, and here comes this pony guy delivering to your house. So I will pull up, mask and everything. So I'll put the tailgate down, and people start recording me, and I'll start doing the drinks and everything behind my tailgate. Yeah,
that has a science to that.
Yeah, and I think everybody posting me just kind of like started trending, and we will get more messages like hey, how can we order? And mind you, we're using a store-bought chamoy at that time. So when I would give the customer the drink, but it's 115 degrees out here in Arizona, guys.
120.
120. So you imagine I'm out there doing the chamoy, doing everything. I have to be quick because it's hot. The ice is gonna melt by the time I give it to you, right? So the only thing that the store-bought chamoy will drip all the way down, mm-hmm. and ours
does not.
So I told my wife, we have to come up with our own chamoy, something that's Arizona approved.
Right.
Arizona approved.
Yeah.
What I mean by Arizona approved is because out here you can have this in the outside and it's not gonna drip down. So.
But I want to give you grace though. It's not like you blew up because it was a pandemic, people didn't have anything to do. You blew up because this is so delicious and you really can't find it anywhere.
No,
and
you can't.
I mean, if you can see Tristan and Justin's face, like it's really, really good, you guys.
Thank you.
And I'm breaking my diet right now. Hold on. Hold, please. You're
not. It's healthy. There's veggies in it.
I'm also not a fan of clamato, FYI. So even in my ceviche, like I always ask because I can see the color. So what you've made is just like your own special thing, and so I think that's why you're blowing up.
Yeah. I think most of our concept is just our taste buds. My wife and I just putting our brains together, putting our taste buds together. Because a lot of people do it. They ask us like, "Oh, what part of Mexico is this from?" But in all reality, we tell them, you know what? It's just Ponys. It's our style.
Right.
I don't really like to say
it's Arizona, baby.
Yeah. My wife's from Sinaloa. She's the chef behind the scenes. So then that's a lot of people. They say, okay, that's why your food is good. But my wife's family. They don't come from a culinary background, and
it's just
from Sinaloa.
Raw.
They're up in the mountains. They're not from the beach.
Yeah.
So it's just our taste buds put together and just our creativity, Yeah. So I feel like it's Ponys Miches is a little bit unique, and that's what kind of stands us out from everybody else.
Well, before I get into the food, so is the name of the restaurant obviously after you because it's Pony, right?
Yeah.
I mean, was it quick to come up with that name?
It kind of was, and again because I wanted to sell the michelada mix. My vision, my dream was to get this mix into the stores.
Got it.
Like the ceviche, the food, all that was not even in the vision. Like it wasn't even. It just happened.
Right.
I told my wife, I was like, hey, I want to sell jars of my mix. If I can just sell 10 jars, $10 a pop, make $100, I'll be happy. I remember I told her, I was like, record me making a michelada so I can put it on social media so people can kind of like crave it and be like, oh man, it looks good, especially with this heat. So we made a video. It's the very first video if you go all the way down on our Instagram, and you can see me preparing it to where I'm actually putting the ingredients and everything. From there it just blew up, and that was the whole vision. Ponys Miches, Miches is short for micheladas, and again it goes way back to when now it's what 13 years ago, when I used to party. My mom would tell me, don't drink. Why you drink? But I always say this, Mom, if you're watching, all that drinking paid off.
Yeah.
I just waking up hangover. This was our hangover cure right here.
It has blown up, but this is definitely like so unique. And now I know you have all these different flavors too. And then the nice thing is now that I know you're trying to put that on the shelf, that's definitely it belongs there.
Yeah.
And
we just got to do it right.
It tastes so good. I wish that's the part where it's like you wish they could taste this too. Well, you can if you visit
Come
this
visit
restaurant.
us at the restaurant.
But then our team, we got to try your food.
Yes,
and your food was
incredible.
So
much. Yeah.
So I want you to talk about that and why does it taste so good?
Well, first of all, thank you guys for making the drive because man, it's far over here. So you guys drove all the way to the west side to Goodyear to try our food. So thank you and your team, Christina.
Absolutely.
And our food, we just again we make our food. My wife and I we make it in a way to where like it's us eating it, obviously. Like as the chef, as the restaurant owner, you want to sell your food. How are you gonna the same way you
Enjoy
would eat it,
Right.
So we go out of our way. I even pay extra to get like I could get cheap shrimp, but no, I get 100% shrimp from Sinaloa, which you could tell the difference when it's a different type of shrimp, like the quality.
Oh, I can tell for sure, and I know they can too.
And we peel the shrimp, we devein it, and we invested. And this is because this is the same process we will use in the food truck, but we will use gallons of purified water. Now that we have the restaurant, we invested. It was about $8,000 to $10,000 on a water system that has alkaline water. So
wow.
Yeah, so our restaurant it's ran with alkaline water. A lot of people told me it was kind of dumb. Why waste money? But
it's definitely not dumb.
It's it
sets you apart.
It does. Our aguas frescas are made with the alkaline water. Our ice machine is connected to the alkaline water, and our prep sink, which that's every restaurant has to have a prep sink. That's the table, the sink where we hand rinse our ceviche. Once we cut it and devein it, we still give it a nice little rinse to just wash everything off with alkaline water, and even our veggies.
Right.
So yeah, it's just a process. Like we just want to serve very clean ceviche.
But it's just elevating. Right, so like food to me is like an experience, and there's so many restaurants, and you know this. Some restaurants forget that it's about the food. The food has to taste good. It's not so. I get aesthetics and all that, which by the way, your restaurant's very, very cute.
Thank you.
And yeah, everyone needs to come and visit you to try this for themselves. But also, not only did it taste good, the presentation, all that, but it was fast. Was that like part of your vision the whole time, just to make it like quicker?
Yeah. So the whole, I wanted to build like a Chipotle style ceviche restaurant.
Because there isn't one.
No. So we're like, and again, it takes me back to in 2020. I remember people that was the whole thing. Even when we would do pop-ups before the food truck, I would get invited to pop-ups, so we would put our tent and everything. And people, I think it's the experience that people get to see rim dipping the cup, even like earlier, so I wanted, when you come to the restaurant, I wanted, we have the glass window, and I want people to see us rim dipping your drinks, when we're making the ceviche, because it's just satisfying,
Right. And it's also, it's clean.
Yeah.
That's a big thing for me.
Yeah. So we make small batches as we're running low. We'll make a fresh batch, and just so we can keep the freshness going. Even though some people prefer the ceviche to kind of like sit there a little bit longer, so it can turn turn more pink. A lot of people like the shrimp like pink, but we do marinate our shrimp very well in lime. We let it sit in lime for about 10 minutes and until it starts turning pink. Mm-hmm. Even the limes, that everything in the ceviche game,
all the details.
Yeah, it's
this has to be fresh. That's why.
Yeah, and then you know what? So even the limes, I'm picky. I'm picky with my produce people. I've went through so many produce people, and I found the right company that they always deliver, consistency, so, it's the same thing with us. Consistency is key. So you want to keep that same flavor, the same presentation all the time. So even with the produce guy, like the cucumbers, they have to be on point. That's not
the avocados.
But the limes, see, a lot of people there's key limes. If you go to the store, you're gonna find little small key limes, but the ones we use, they're special order. They're a little bit bigger than your usual key limes, and I don't know, but those limes, we don't use the regular, the big limes. They're Mexican key limes. Mm-hmm. So that right there is what.
In the Philippines, we have what's called calamansi, which is like super little.
Okay.
But you'll have to check that out. But even this, because we got the opportunity to try it, and it's very delicious, and it didn't even have the lime. No. But yeah, it was so good.
It still needs lime, and just the mix itself is just good. So yeah.
I have a question. Can you buy the mix at the restaurant, or you just for that size? Can you show it?
Yeah. So this would be our 64 ounce right here. This one's $25, and then I even sell the gallon. The gallon.
For your pool party.
Yeah, for the pool parties, or if you're gonna party the night before or the day before, you just go and get a gallon, because the next day this is gonna be your helper. Your cure.
So it's like serves two purposes.
Yeah.
How much is it for the big one?
So the big one's $50, and so when you buy a gallon from us, we include the cups, and then we include our chamoy dip.
Okay.
So it's kind of, we're making it a package. Even we sell the mix, or even our aguas frescas, because now a lot of people like our aguas frescas. to take to their parties, and you turn them into adult drinks.
Oh, my friends are definitely gonna be getting that.
Cucumber lime, you throw some tequila in it. The mango agua, it pairs well with some vodka, and then we have the blue drink that's the Caribbean colada.
Right.
It's like our version of the piña colada, and that one you just throw some rum, some Malibu.
Can you? How many people can you fit in that restaurant right now? Capacity.
Right now, man, like just 20.
20? Okay, so it's like a good happy hour spot.
Yeah, it's a small, we want to start small, test the waters. And
and it's beautiful in there. I mean, it's really well done, but the food, like we didn't want to stop eating. So, and you brought out tacos too. So tell us, share with them all the other like favorites, aguachile, all the things.
Yeah, so
that they can order.
Okay, so we'll hit the whole menu. It's a small menu either way. Again, I want people to think of Ponys Miches as an In-N-Out of ceviche.
Okay.
Chipotle
and In-N-Out. I'm with it.
It's we've never had any other item. Like, we don't want to add carne asada or anything. We just want to keep it, ceviche. Like, when you think, man, I want some good ceviche, Ponys Miches. Yeah. So that, it's
good,
like,
because you've mastered it.
It's like In-N-Out. You're not going to go to In-N-Out and ask for a chicken sandwich.
Right.
You want a good burger, or in Arizona, so we should say Whataburger. Huh?
Yeah.
But I'm a Cali guy. I'm from Cali, so it's like In-N-Out or Chick-fil-A. They stay consistent with their
Don't
products.
be hating, but I love Culver's. So.
Oh, Culver's.
I love Culver's. Kevin does not. Do you? Tristan, you're in the back. You don't like it? See? I do. I also like
I had it once.
Five Guys.
Five Guys is good.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys want to surprise me with a burger, I want the double with extra cheese, with the mushroom,
You have to get
the sauteed onions,
you
the
have
jalapeno.
to get the grilled jalapenos.
Yes, that's
grilled jalapenos.
Oh no, I like it fresh.
Yeah, I like.
I'm just giving my order, so
from
you guys.
Five Guys. So guys, whoever's watching this recording.
Yeah, if you're watching this and I want a burger, I'm just kidding. I have to be careful what I ask for, because when I ask for things, it happens and it's not good. Anyway, going back to your restaurant. Wait, tell us the menu.
Yeah. So again, 3 flavors. The original ceviche, it's your traditional ceviche. My favorite one and the popular one is the mango habanero.
Okay.
And that one's just, it's a game changer. That mango habanero it's good. I actually brought some here, so we'll have some after the podcast. And then our green aguachile. So, in the marisco game, when people think of aguachiles, it's the whole shrimp, butterflied, cooked in lime, and then they put the aguachile sauce on top. Mm-hmm. Again, we're a ceviche restaurant, so we wanted to turn that into the aguachile into ceviche, like.
Got it.
Meaning like cut up in pieces, and then the sauce. So like that way you can enjoy it in a one whole bite,
right,
instead of just eating one big shrimp at a time. And again, it's just 3 flavors. That was what we had in the food truck. Then we added. Actually, that was when we started doing pop-ups. Then once we got the food truck, a year later. So it took me a year, guys. So for everybody that's watching, whatever you want to do, it's doable. Sky's the limit. Look at me. I started selling behind my pickup truck. And I told myself, in 1 year, I'm going to get a food truck. So
work towards it.
And I told my wife, hey, whatever we're making, save it. I got my full-time job. You have your full-time job. We got, bills are covered, whatever. Let's see how far we can get with this. And hopefully before a year, I want you to tell me, babe, let's go get your food truck. Before that year, I remember it was... started in 2020. So in 2021, in February, she told me, she's like, babe, let's go get your food truck.
Wow.
And I remember I was like, damn, dude, like, I got watery eyes. Even to right now, I get watery eyes because it's just, I worked so hard. Like, I was outside in the heat, and I was working graveyard shifts. So my schedule was weird. Like, I was used to sleeping during the day, but once I started Ponys Miches, I was awake like 24/7.
Right.
And like I would go to work. So it was pretty hard.
Right.
It was hard.
But you made
in the
it.
beginning. Yeah.
Look at you now.
Yeah.
It's huge. Congrats to you and your wife.
Thank you. Yeah. It was hard. It was hard in the beginning. I remember my boss telling me, he's like, "Hey man, you need to focus more on your job." He's like, "You're kind of losing track." I was like, "No, I'm not." I'm like, "I'm doing everything you asked. I'm a supervisor. Like, team's knocking out the orders. We're doing everything right." But he saw the business was going good, so he kind of just, he told me, "Well, it's either you pick your job or you pick this." And I said, "You know what?"
Right. And that's the best thing that ever happened to you, right?
And at first I was mad,
Yeah.
But then, now I thank him.
Yes. 100%.
I know he kind of
Those are blessings.
He kind of did it to, kind of like, he wanted me to focus more on my work, and but he was like this. I remember he told me, he's like, "This is not gonna take you anywhere. It's just a hobby."
Wow.
And when he told me that, I was like,
well, you made it.
Yeah.
Let's cheers to that.
Cheers.
There you go.
Yeah, and I'm all right. I'm gonna show you, man, how far I can take this.
This one is for all the people who tell us we can't do it.
Yeah. So.
So that said, though, because we're gonna visit you again. We'll probably, if Justin comes with us, we'll come back and visit
Justin.
you again. Yeah, Justin over here. But because we only have a few more minutes, so I want to ask if there are anyone you want to thank. This is your opportunity.
Yeah, now that we have the restaurant, that I want to thank a big thank you to our partner Sergio. Sergio from ELG, which he's a good friend of yours as well.
Yes, we love Sergio Escamilla. Go ELG.
Yeah, that guy, man, he came to the food truck, and he's been he fell in love with their food, and he told me, he's like, "Hey man, what are you gonna see? Where do you see yourself with this? Because your food is good." Like, and so I kind of told him, my vision, and at that time, like you need it's a lot to open up a restaurant. So
yes.
He's like, "Hey, well, I can help you, so if you want to, we can partner up, and let's make that vision come true." And for somebody to believe in you and put his investments on your vision, to
and
just believe in you and your trust, it takes a lot.
Yeah.
And like I told him, bro, like, I'm not gonna let you down. I'm not gonna let Ponys down. I can't let my family down. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna go.
Yes.
We're gonna keep aiming for those stars.
He's super genuine, and to your point though, he definitely, because he told us that you're a wonderful person who works hard, and your food is just delicious.
Thank
so
you.
I'm glad you two somehow found each other.
Yeah, yeah, because or else we wouldn't be here right now. I'll probably still be in the food truck right now.
So I want to ask. I want to get personal.
Yeah.
So, obviously, you have the food truck now. You have the restaurant, right? So, and you said you've been working on this for how long? So, since 2020,
2020,
right?
4 years, yeah.
So, think in another 3 years, I want you to leave Pony a message that he's going to see in 3 years.
Oh,
So,
wow.
what are you going to tell yourself in 3 years?
Man, I'm hoping, that we have by 3 years, maybe 1 or 2 other restaurants open. For sure, I want a drive-through.
Okay.
Ceviche
We
drive-through.
all want that.
So that's why I want to keep the menu simple.
Yes.
And just I just think that'd be badass, having a drive-through ceviche restaurant. You're hungover and you just want to just.
We all want that. We love
You
what's
wanna
in your
get off.
brain. We need that to come true.
But yeah, in 3 years, the goal is to just, keep building restaurants and see, just I want to see them all over AZ.
I want to see the mix on the shelves. That's what I want to see. Because when I throw parties, it would really help a lot to me to just grab it.
Yeah.
And I know that it's gonna taste good, right?
Yeah, we gotta, and then that could probably be one of in 3 years, hopefully, I want the flavor to stay the same. That's why I want to like be very careful with the preservatives. With the preservatives.
Right, but now you can grab this thing. It has a 7-day shelf life. You can grab it from the restaurant itself, correct?
Yes.
And the food truck too, whenever it's out.
Yeah. I'll have the food truck on the east side pretty soon, in a couple of weeks. But yeah, man, Pony in 3 years. We gotta have another. We have for sure the next restaurant has to be on the east side. That's for sure.
Yeah, because we're gonna see this again in 3 years. So, and then I want you to leave your wife, who's been by your side, to make all of this come true, right next to you through the thick, the thin. So leave her a message.
Yeah, babe. Yeah, she. You know what? We've been through a lot. It hasn't been easy, especially this year with the baby. And I give her props, man. That lady, she's one of a kind. She's been with me like from the bottom, and to where I'm in the bottom, like to where like we had nothing, you know what I mean? So, and for her to stick with me, babe, thank you. Because I know I'm a hard person to deal with. But she's always believing. Thanks for always believing in my crazy ideas, and for just being you, being the best mom to our kids, and for helping me create this, because Ponys would not be here without her. So yeah.
I love that. You found a real one.
Yeah.
You guys are blessed. And how old are the babies?
So my the oldest one's 10, and then the baby, he just turned 7 months.
Okay, then we're gonna end this episode with you leaving them a message
to my kids.
Yeah, that's right.
So
you're gonna stop time right here, so they'll always have this video.
See, my daughter, Zelana, she these past, Zizi, I know these past couple years, you don't have a normal kid's life because she's stuck. She's just stuck in the business, and I know that. I can't. I'm freaking crying now. No, it's just it's been hard.
And you're doing it for them, so let them hear that.
Yeah, she knows that I'm working hard. We're working hard, and now she's a little hustler.
Yeah.
She sometimes I tell her like, hey, I'm doing all this for you, but she's like, Dad, I don't want to be you when I grow up. I want to do my own thing. She's like, this is your dream. This is your business. But I know that little girl. She's a hustler. She's gonna end up being. She's always thinking of ways to make money. Like, she doesn't ask for anything. Like, she likes to earn her own money.
Right.
And again, she's out there in front of my house. I get a text from my neighbors, and hey, your daughter's so cute. I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah, she's out here selling bracelets. She's out here selling ice cream.
Her already.
I'm looking at the cameras. I'm like, this little girl. And then she has the other little neighbors with her, and they're over there holding signs. And I tell her, I'm like, well, how much did you make? She's like, well, Dad, I made about $10, but I only took $4 home. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, I have to pay my employees. So see, that shows me that she's watching us.
Right.
So right. She I think every neighbor that we had out there, she gave him like $2. But whatever money she gets, she saves it, and she invests in
back.
Getting together.
So she'll be on the podcast soon enough.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
Yeah. So, and then she's 10 years old, man. That little girl. I'm just like, damn, what is she up to now? Because she's something else. But
well, we gotta meet her.
Yeah.
The team knows, like, even when we eat or have events, like, we really try to pour into like our local owned businesses, and you're obviously an example of that. There's a lot of franchises around. It's nice to see, a local family have a dream and work towards that, and you did it.
Yeah.
So we're right behind you. We're going to cheer you on, and we'll make sure that everyone in the valley knows about Ponys Miches. And our favorite girl, one of our favorite girls, Arizona Foodie.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know her. You follow her. She's amazing. So I'm sure that if we keep our fingers crossed, she'll come through.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah.
Tell everyone how to find you again.
All right, guys. Sorry. Somebody was cutting onions, Christina. I don't know why you want to make me do ceviche in front of the podcast. Yeah, guys. I don't really tell the story as much, but when I do it's just.
Well, we love your sincerity.
Yeah, it's freaking worked my ass off for this, but yeah, damn it. But yeah, you guys can find us on social media, Ponys Miches or Micheladas del Pony, and then we're located in Goodyear, Arizona, off Estrella, so south of the 10 freeway. So it's 725 South Estrella Parkway. We're open daily right now. So
what time to what time? Because we're gonna blast this out.
So I am gonna change. Right now we're open daily, but we might change it from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay.
So it just it's gonna get dark now, and it does it's gonna slow down. So I know in the food truck, once fall kicked in, I will close early.
Right.
Because people don't come out.
Yeah.
Especially, in the cold. Even though we do well in the cold, believe it or not, like we sell.
Well, just keep us up to date because everyone's going to want to go. And I'm challenging my friends in property management. If you're in this area, you can take your team and eat here. If you're in personal injury and you're a marketer, you can, instead of buying donuts, you can bring his food to the... There's just ways to support you.
Yeah, I mean, any type of support right now, we really appreciate it.
Parties.
We shut down for a couple months. Again, we had the baby this year. We had to shut down for a couple months. We had to get the restaurant going. So we got tied up on bills, on everything, and right now we're getting the restaurant going. We're starting to breathe again.
Right.
But these past we spent 3-4 months that we had the restaurant open. So the first couple months is very critical for any restaurant, any business that you open. The first couple months it's the hardest because you're trying to even though Ponys has been around, it's different. Now that we have a restaurant, because now
the overhead,
the rent, the bills. Now, man,
supplies.
It's crazy. AC breaking down or something.
The good thing is you have a really good product. The micheladas are the best I've ever had. Tristan, yes. She's nodding. You can't see her face. Anyway, the food's amazing. The customer service amazing. So you have this community behind you. So again, congratulations and thank you for coming to Connect with Christina.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.